The matter about greylisting, I think we know that globally there's been this very serious effort to deal with problems of money laundering, related obviously to global crime. Whether it's money which comes through drug dealing or the money is used for terrorist activities, human trafficking, monies of this kind. Because if you have this money, in order to use it, you clean it, you launder it. You know, once, many years ago, I was still in government. I visited one of the European countries. At that time, there was a lot of discussion in that country, in their media, about crime in South Africa, high levels of crime and all that. So I decided, talking to this head of government, that I must address this question before he raises it. So I say, you see, we've got this problem in South Africa of crime. And then he stopped me, he says, no, wait a minute. Let me tell you something about crime. He says, in this country, every single day, there's $100 billion worth of, 100 million worth of, it's a billion, worth of drug money that is going through our economy, being laundered. So it'll pop up as shares in the respected companies. He says that scale of money laundering happens here in this country. So please, I'm sure in South Africa you don't have crime to that extent. So I'm just pointing to the seriousness with which this matter of global money laundering was taken. And so indeed, therefore, something called the Financial Action Task Force was established, which is basically under the OECD. And one of the tasks of the Financial Action Task Force, one of its tasks, is to monitor the incidence of this money laundering, which means all countries are required to have particular legislation and institutions, processes to deal with this matter. And in our case, we are part of that process. In our case, I don't know, I was told 3, 4, I don't know how many years back, that Financial Action Task Force alerted us to this problem and said, South Africa, there are certain deficiencies in your systems to deal with the matter of money laundering, like this and that and the other. Please attend to this. And we didn't, which is what has led to the greylisting. Because in the end, they must then say, this particular country does not have enough of the measures to deal with this. So that you get labeled as a country that is, as a money launderer. That's got very serious negative consequences. Because then the global markets will deal with you as a money launderer. Well, you heard the President Ramaphosa responded to this and said, we will attend to this matter. I believe that was a serious commitment. It can't be other than a serious commitment. We have to deal with it. So it's an issue. It's an issue which has been on our agenda for a number of years, but we ignored it. hopefully it will be dealt with. The report, the recent report issued by Phala Phala, not issued, the public protector, as I understand it, has not issued a report on the matter of Phala Phala, but posed some questions to people involved, first of all, in complaining about the matter, like the DA and the AT and the ATM. And has said to them, in terms of our investigation, whatever, what is your view? It's not a final report. It's an interim report. So these others have said we will then respond to the request of the public protector to make an input about our own views. It's only after that the public protector will produce a final report. That's how I understand it. For public protector, it might mean no determination. So the report that the public protector has cleared President Ramaphosa is incorrect. They are in the process of working on the matter and have said that when they receive these inputs from others, then they will prepare their final report. That is how, as I understand the matter. And indeed, that communication of theirs to the parties concerned, it leaked. It was not a public release because they were not making any proposal to the public to engage the matter. That's the public protector. They were communicating to the people concerned. So I hope that we will continue to treat it like that, that there's no determination that's been made by the public protector on the matter. And indeed, obviously, the question that our colleague raised about greylisting, he referred to Phala Phala. And that is correct, the reference. Because the story was that there's a Sudanese businessman who lives in Dubai, who came to South Africa carrying lots and lots of cash in dollars, came through Oliver Tambo Airport, declared the money, bought buffaloes. And I'm sure all of us have heard this, that the Commissioner of Taxes, Mr. Gisberter, have said there is no record of such monies being declared at OR Tambo Airport. So that record doesn't exist. It's not been found. But there's no assumption to think that it exists, but has not been found. So it hasn't been found. And therefore, the suspicion arises naturally. Is this not part of money laundering? It arises naturally. Because I don't know how much money I've owned at any particular time, but certainly never owned $580,000. And it's strange, it's odd, that the successful business person who's got that amount of money and can buy buffaloes walks around with that kind of money as cash. It's a strange concept. all of this emphasize, I mean, it draws attention to this issue, to the question. Are we not yet dealing with the problem of money laundering? So I'm saying that the colleague, when he said that is money laundering business, a greylisting business, and is this Phala Phala thing not related to that? I'm saying that's a legitimate issue to arise. But of course, yet to be proved whether, in fact, it is money laundering.